Hey guys, welcome back to the Flight Academy here at Van Nuys, California. So this video is going to be a follow-up on a big project that we've had going on for quite a while. So if you remember in a previous video, we went out to Tennessee and we picked up this Piper Warrior that had been damaged in the tail section. It had actually been hit by a car. We disassembled it, put it in a moving truck, brought it all the way back to California, and then started working on it. And the idea was that we were going to graft a different tail section from another airplane onto the existing airplane and create one airplane that was flyable. Well, it's been quite a while and a lot of people have been asking, hey, whatever happened to that airplane? Like, what's going on with the project? Well, in this video we're going to explain everything that's been going on and why we ended up not going through with the original idea. All right, Mo, how you doing?
Hey Max, how's it going?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Hey, so people on YouTube have been wondering what happened to the Warrior, the Piper Warrior that we picked up from Tennessee a while back.
The Warrior, right? The PA-28-151. So we did a lot of thinking, and eventually me and Sam decided that we would put way too much time, effort, and time is money, obviously, running a flight school and a maintenance center. We would be putting way too much more than what the airplane is actually worth. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, we decided to go ahead and part it out. These Piper Warriors are used very widely in all the flight schools, and they always need parts. The parts are always damaged, and there's a shortage of parts. It's not like you can go to Piper and buy, brand new Piper Warrior parts, so there's a lot of demand for second-hand used Piper Warrior parts. So we decided, let's just part the airplane out, let's put some stuff on eBay and see how the demand is. Surprisingly, every part we listed went out, sold within a week, if not less, So we put in the spinner.
Okay.
The spinner and bulkhead assembly and with the bolts, that alone went for $750. We sold the propeller for $4,000. We overhauled it and sold it for $4,000, so we netted a profit of $3,000 on it. The engine sold for $12,000. Mm-hmm. The guy's coming to pick it up in a couple days. And then we just recently sold one of the wings.
Wow. Okay.
For including installation is going to be around $15,000. Okay. This guy is flying down from San Francisco with a Piper Warrior with a damaged wing. Mm. I think a couple of years back the wing got damaged, mm-hmm. and they repaired it, but they didn't repair it properly. Okay. The ribs got compressed, and when they reskinned it, it altered the camber and the airflow of the wing, basically. So the guy found my wing listed on eBay, and he said, "Hey, what about if I fly my airplane down to you guys? You guys can swap the wing, and I can fly it out." And we gave them a quote of $15,000, including installation and everything. And that's what we're working on right now. We can go in the hangar and show it to you if you'd like.
So what did you bought the plane originally for $20,000?
$20,000.
Right, and this was the one that a car had hit it when it was parked on the ramp, and the tail was damaged and everything. So it was $20,000 to begin with. So at this point, you've already made a profit, and you still have.
Yeah. We're way positive, and we still have more than 50% of the airplane. Still we have to sell it, part it out and sell it. We have another wing, we have the nose gear, we have the two main gears. We have the stabilator. There's a lot of parts still, and we're still listing them as we have time and selling them slowly.
Okay. And you say you're working on the wing out in here, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's check it out.
Let's check it out.
Cool. Wow.
So this is the new wing that we're gonna put on this Warrior, and this is the wing that came out of the Piper Warrior that we disassembled in Tennessee last year.
Yeah.
Or was it a couple of years ago? I don't remember. But we're just doing some prep work on it. We removed the landing gear, we removed the control surfaces, the ailerons, and the flaps. We did some NDT, non-destructive testing, like we did the eddy current inspection, spar inspection on the spar over here. Everything passed, everything, no cracks, no nothing. So now that we prepped the wing and everything's good to go, it's just a matter of dropping the wing on the fuselage, on the airframe, and getting everything, you know, bolted down and ready to go, really.
Okay.
But let's walk around to the boys over there.
Sure, yeah.
See what they're doing.
Do me a favor, push down the board one.
So here's the Van and Carlos are doing the final touches on the old wing. We're taking most of the accessories from the old wing because we're gonna drop them on the new wing before we slide it into the fuselage. If you look over here, actually, this is a Piper Warrior PA28-151, the same one, the same exact model that the one we're parting out. I think it's a year in difference, but the serial numbers are very, very close. So everything in theory should match perfectly. If you look over here, this is the spar box, and this is where the airworthiness directive for the PA28 applies, and it only applies to these two holes over here. These
Right at
two
the beginning,
outboard.
yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So what happens is, with time, you know, you get corrosion over here, and little stress cracks can develop, and it can literally rip the whole wing apart, as we saw in these two accident cases that happened.
Yeah.
So again, we did non-destructive testing, eddy current testing over here, and everything passed. So when we slide the new wing on, we're easy of mind. We know that everything's good to go.
Right. Okay. So this plane will fly out of here with
Oh yeah,
the new wing.
with the new wing that's off of our
Came all the way
Warrior.
from Tennessee.
That came all the way from Tennessee. That we trucked it back all the way. Yeah, funny how things go, huh?
Awesome. And you said, so you sold the engine, the
engine
spinner,
over
a
here.
whole bunch of parts, right?
The
Oh, that's
engine-
the engine right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
The guy is coming to pick it up in a couple days. He paid $12,000 for it.
Wow.
The spinner assembly, spinner bulkhead assembly, we already shipped it out last week. I think it went for 700 and change.
Yeah. This is a 0320, is that right?
It's an 0320. Yep. It's
Yeah.
still not overhauled. You know, he bought it 12,000 as a core, believe it or not.
Right.
Because again, you know, these engines are hard to find, and they have to match exactly, you know, to go on the Warrior. It has to be like an 0320 D2J.
Right.
You know, it has to be the exact engine.
Yeah.
So yeah, when people find these engines, they literally just, you know, they take them.
So what other kinds of parts do you think are, I don't know, you've got the other wing still, right?
Yes,
Like what are
we
some
have-
other kind of hot items?
We
right?
have the other wing. We have we have an extra trim tab from. Oh look, they're taking the gear out now right now.
Yeah.
Yours.
And now we're gonna put that gear on the new wing.
Right.
And then as soon as the gear goes on the new wing, we're just gonna slide in the new wing into the fuselage and bolt everything down with new accessories, new bolts, new nuts, new washers. And then yeah, we'll be good to go. But
And that was something that I think I didn't understand, is like when somebody buys a wing, they're typically buying just the wing, not the control surfaces, not the gear.
it
Like,
depends on the agreement with the seller,
Right,
obviously.
okay.
But in this guy's case, he wanted to use his own flight control services because ours, they were a little bit imperfect, you know. And I think because the paint on the aileron doesn't match his paint, you know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah.
So he just wanted his own ailerons. And for the landing gear, he didn't mind if we used ours or his, but his looked in better shape. So we're just gonna drop his landing gear on the new wing, basically. That way we'll have less prep work to do on our old landing gear.
Right. Okay.
But the thing is that our old landing gear, we're gonna completely rebuild it, and that's another thing we can resell as a rebuilt unit, you know?
Right.
Yeah, so we're already positive on the project, and we have more than 50% of the airplanes to sell, you know?
Right.
So, I mean, I'm happy. Even though we could not get it, well, we decided not to get it back flying, it's serving its purpose. You know, donor parts from it are coming to help other airplanes like this one keep flying.
Absolutely. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed that video. Obviously, airplane projects can be very complicated, very expensive, and they don't always go the original way that you intended. But this one has worked out really well despite going a very different direction than what was originally planned. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, subscribe if you haven't already, thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next video.